All right, everybody, here's Ryan. I'm sorry, hold on, Ryan. Sure? Okay. All right. Fire away.
Right, last time we talked to you guys all pretty well, obviously, after the Miami game. What's been kind of the response in terms of the mood for you guys now?
I thought practice yesterday was good. I thought everybody came back refreshed and had a chance to kind of relax a little bit and clear their heads. And I thought the energy was good. I thought the overall team mood was positive. It's hard to stay positive when you got 5 losses, but that's where the seniors and the leaders on this team come into play, and that's when they earn their title of leader when you're struggling and when things aren't going well. So they've done a good job of doing that. The guys who are the leaders on this team, and it's our job as a team to continue to stay positive because we've got three big games left to finish the season.
Ryan, given the youth on the team, which is a big talking point in the offseason, how has that leadership kind of manifested itself with some of the younger guys in terms of getting everybody on the same page and keeping your head up, those kind of things late in the season?
Yeah, I think a couple of the young guys have taken it upon themselves to really step into that leadership role. They've had to grow up quicker than they have to. I remember last year, myself, TJ Logan, guys like that had to grow up and be a leader at a young age with guys who are 4 or 5 years older than us. So I think the young guys have really done a nice job of kind of just letting it come to them. They've done a great job of coming out every Saturday and performing and being a leader by example of how they play on the field. And I feel like the older guys have done a nice job as well of kind of getting rid of that stereotype where you have to be a junior or a senior to lead. It's hard for a young guy to try and to teach an older kid, or it's always awkward when you're in that position. But I feel like the older kids have done a nice job of bringing the young ones up, and the young ones have done a nice job of responding to that.
You were visibly frustrated down in Miami after that game, personally, and more so than after some of the other losses. How long did it take you personally to cut the cord from that game?
Just recently. After this weekend, I got to watch some football games, and I came back Sunday, and my focus shifted off of Miami to Pitt. So it took a while. That loss, it hurt me. Every loss hurts, but for some reason, the Miami one just stuck with me a little bit longer than normal. So I came back Sunday. I was able to shift my focus directly to Pitt. Able to have a good practice. So just recently, actually, I was able to shake that.
How big was this game last year in terms of your reputation out there?
I think it was huge. Obviously, it was one of my best games of the season from a punt return aspect. I caught a couple balls as well, but it's where I really made my mark as a punt returner. So this was a big step for me as a true freshman college football player on the big stage against a team that I grew up hating. I think it helped it helped win a lot of hearts over in good old West Virginia. For leaving and going out of state. I think I made some people happy about beating their rival. So it was personally it was big for me, and then it was a big team win for us as well. We blew a lead there late and were able to hang on and continue our win streak to help eventually make a bowl game.
Do you like the pro teams from Pittsburgh?
Do I like the pro teams?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Just not a big fan of them either.
A lot of West Virginia people are fans of the Pittsburgh pro teams.
They are. I grew up a Minnesota Vikings fan. My dad's a diehard Viking fan. Right now, I'm actually a Seahawk fan, not a bandwagon. My good buddy Bruce Irvin plays for him, so I get to pick who I want to choose for.
Coach Fedora said he talked about opportunities and only 3 games left, only a certain amount of practice left. Are the seniors or some of you older guys feel like the clock is ticking on the season, kind of talking about that amongst each other?
Yeah, I mean my sophomore year here at Carolina's almost wrapped up. It's kind of crazy to think about. I can still remember the day I moved on campus. So the opportunities are are getting trimmed down, and I feel like we need to do a better job of not taking those opportunities for granted. Yes, practices are hard. Yes, we had 5 losses. Yes, things haven't gone our way, but at the end of the day, most of us are healthy, and we've got our families, and we've got a chance to finish out the season with 3 games left. Hopefully 4. So I think we need to do a better job of realizing that, and realizing that we don't get to hit the rewind button. We don't get to get these games back. So it's important for us to go into the next 3 games with that mindset, and I feel like that'll help us all as a team.
Is that mainly a senior conversation, or everybody's talking about it?
Everybody. Coach Fedora brings it up in the Sunday meeting. He starts with the seniors, then goes to the juniors, and then goes to the sophomores and the freshmen. And I know, as a sophomore, I know that the clock's ticking. I know I only have a year or 2 left here, because you're definitely not promised another game. Anything could happen. So we need to, myself included, need to make sure we don't take these last 3 for granted, and play with everything that we have.
Coaches talked about the kicking competition, field goals, that kind of thing, being done in practice. Are you guys watching kind of to put the game pressure on? What are you seeing in those? What kind of things are being done, and what have you seen from those guys?
Yeah, the past 2 weeks we've put a big emphasis on field goals. I know the whole team's around the kickers and the snappers and the holders. Coach Fedora's got the offense and defense out there to kind of try and give it a realistic feel and a game-like feel. We've done it. We spent about maybe 2 or 3 periods on it since last week, and I feel like it's helped. Anytime you're by yourself, when people aren't around you, it's kind of easy to do what you do. But when when the lights come on and people are around and you've got some pressure and a little competition, then it kind of makes it harder, and it makes it kind of like a game atmosphere. So there's definitely been more emphasis put on it, and it's been kind of fun to watch to see those guys compete and kick it, because both those guys have great legs. I feel like it's just a matter of confidence. It's just a matter of going out there and believing you can get it done.
From your standpoint, does one of them have an advantage, it seems?
I don't think so. They've both got great legs. Nick and Thomas. They're 2 of the bulkiest, strongest kickers I've ever been around. So I feel like that helps with their leg power. Like I said, it's just at this point I feel like, because I used to kick in high school, and not that it compares to the college level, but it's pretty similar in just knowing that you can go out there and hit it from wherever.
Are there any stakes? Where if one kicker kicks it, one group wins, one doesn't, like a competition that goes into that, besides their individual battle, but something that affects you guys as a whole?
Not so much. I know that they'll kick from maybe 3 or 4 spots on the field, and they'll each get a rep from those spots. So it's like one of them kicks it, and then the other one comes up and kicks it right after them. So there's not really if one of them makes it, someone wins. It's just kind of a little competition between the 2 individuals.
Right. Do you guys, when you're standing around, watching in a sort of a game, like, are you guys supposed to make noise, heckle?
Yeah, we do. Some guys probably take it over the top, but we do all of that noise, yelling. Some people even throw stuff or run in front of them. So, like I said, it may be taken over the top a little bit, but at least we're getting some distraction and some noises in there as well.
What was your longest kick in high school?
My longest kick in high school, I think 38 yards. I think it was my sophomore year. Yeah.
If you were pressed into duty now for whatever, could you go out there and knock one
No.
down?
No, I watched the Alabama LSU game, and I was getting nervous sitting on the couch when those kickers had to kick it. So I just catch passes.
Return punts.
Return punts.
Next guy.
One more for him.
All right.
Basketball season starts Friday. You're at a school where a lot of fans maybe are inclined to throw the switch and transfer attention. So how much would it mean to you, or does it matter to keep your fan base locked in and paying attention to what's left for you from this point forward?
I think it's a good question. I try not to pay too much attention to it. whoever wants to support us is going to support us. It's going to be there on Saturday. Whoever wants to, as a fan base, tank this season and throw in the towel and, root for the basketball team, that's up to them. But our job is to practice hard and come out these last 3 games expecting to win. 2 of them in front of, against our rivals and at our home field. So we've done all we can to put everything out there, but that's not up to us. That's not our responsibility. Ultimately, that's the fans' choice. So we're going to leave that up to them.
Alrighty, thank you guys.